Hey, now it's me, Soraya Parker Pill at Turning the Pages podcast. Hello there. It's me. I took a little break because, life be lifing, and I'm living here like a human being, so I have to do what I have to do like a big girl and just keep it moving. Some of the things I want to talk about today is the things that I'm doing, and I'm in the midst of doing, and how people with mental health can keep doing what they're doing without having the prescriptions that they need to take to fog their way of thinking to get through life, because the pain is so hard and it just hurts to go through things and feel like you're alone when you're going through it. I'm just here to say that you're not alone. You're never alone, and you just have to know what your purpose is to keep moving forward. So last night I actually got my hair taken out, and I was going to come here with 2 pickaninnies, but I said, nah, I ain't going to hit them that hard right now, but I'll do it later. I think it's funny, and plus it's cute too. Having my little gray pickaninnies just coming out to my shoulders and just showing y'all what I'm doing naturally. One of the products I'm using, and this is very important, it's called Purtress hair care, and it has a dry shampoo with it, whereas though your scalp feels so clean. It prevents dandruff. It has a great smell to it, and it just feels really good. And then there's another product that comes with the bundle, which is a oil. You have the oil, all natural. Everything is all natural. And then we also have a moisture seal as well. I am the one and only distributor in Baltimore, Maryland that's selling this hair care, which I'm very proud of. My cousin from North Carolina, she's the one that made this product with her hands, and she did an amazing job. I want to shout out for her. Kenya, you did well. I'm still working on my 4th book, and I haven't finished it yet because it's so much I just want to tell you all. And I'm like really urged to tell you on the podcast, but I don't want to give out too much. One of the things in my book will be on life experience I went through when I was in my addiction, but also in the main thing that my book will be touching base on is the things I'm going through now, not being an addict. There's nothing fun about it. It's nothing easy about it, but anything worth having is not easy working for it. I'm a true believer of that, because everything I worked hard for was like worth having. It's a lot of things I did work on and worked hard on having, and it wasn't even supposed to be a part of my life or my story or my journey, period. And that's the hard part, not knowing or deciphering what right way to go, especially when you're trying to, do the spiritual thing all the time. That's not easy either. I have a gangster God that lives inside me, which I feel sometimes is like an ego. What is it called? Something, alter ego. It feels that way sometimes because I'm keep talking about, how my gangster God that lives inside me had me act one way and made me pursue things and have a drive to do those things. But then it's still me, the human Soraya Parker, that can also fall short where the depression come in at not talking to people about my issues, not things that I'm going through, things that I need help with, things that I feel like I'm alone in. And that's when the mental health come into play. Because a lot of times people don't know what goes on with me behind closed doors. Not even my husband may know. It's just me, God, the air I breathe, the thoughts that I have in my head, and all of the thoughts that I have in my head are not all pure thoughts. Because sometimes when people hurt me, I want to hurt them too. Especially living this good life that we're supposed to live, and no matter what, we're supposed to have a good, a good smile on your face. You're supposed to have good thoughts. You're supposed to do things one way regardless of. And it's not easy. It's just not easy. And living in this world that we living in makes it even worse to say that is an answer to any of your issues. You know, so that's why it's very important to have a counselor, which I have. It's very important to have someone you can trust, you can talk to, and you can be vulnerable with. It's very important to have a person that's open-minded to understand where you're coming from, even though it's not their situation. And that's not easy finding those type of people. That's why therapy is great to have, because you can go through different counselors and find out the one that's right for you. You know, and it's not so much what you want to hear, is about what help you can get out of those sessions with them. And a lot of counselors helped me get into different stages of my life that I could not do it by myself. Even with the gangster God that's inside me. Sometimes you need that motivation, no word coming from someone else's mouth instead of coming out your own mouth to motivate yourself, because you can pour so much into other people, and people will not deny the energy you pull into them. But as soon as you are going through something, and you might feel vulnerable enough to let them know, I don't usually say this, but I'm going through something. And then as soon as they don't, you know, pour that motivational word into you, or as soon as they don't tell you something that's going to uplift you or let you know that you're not in it alone, then you want to give up. That's the worst thing you can ever do. You never give up. And one thing I do know about myself is sometimes when I go through my depression, it's hard to get out of it, but I always get out of it. And when I do get out of it, and mentally is making my mind strong enough to say, I can also say this shall pass as well. That's when I start seeing the light more and more, because it starts feeling like it's harder to get through when you're not on drugs. And that's just for me per se, you know, because when you're on drugs, you have this fog in front of your eyes where you don't want to see the pain, you don't want to see the hurt, you don't want to see none of that. And you want to just say, I just want to live my life. But then you find out that your purpose is not for you, it's for you to be here. And I'm talking about myself, to help others get through what they're going through, because I've already been through it. Now, I haven't been through everything, but I've been through enough that it will want you to say, okay, enough. A person like you know, deserve a chance. I mean, because sometimes I be saying, hey, all I need is a break. I need a chance. But you got to give yourself a chance to keep moving forward. You know, sometimes we don't give ourselves the chance that we need, or we don't protect our heart or put boundaries up for us to fill these, you know, fill the void that we have that's going on inside of us. And my biggest flaw is always believing in people more than they believe in themselves. I'm starting to see that more now today than I've seen ever in my life. And once you start getting on the same page with your own way of thinking and the way you do things, and you knowing that you need to put boundaries up, and sometimes you just need to stay still and do nothing. I've noticed in the past month, when I stay still and do nothing about the things I have no control over, and keep moving and forward with my life, I find out some way, somehow, God always make it work out. And it feels great not to have the frustration of saying that it was going to be worked out and just keeping it to myself and saying, oh my God, what I'm going to do next? I can't believe this. I'm doing this. I. It's never just you doing anything to make something work. It's always someone in your life, or someone that has your best interest at heart, that will allow you to be able to move forward without saying that you're doing it alone. You know, so it's just a lot of missing parts with this whole situation, and there's a lot of parts with this that you have to have the strength to be able to move forward in your life. So that's probably one of the reasons why my 4th book is not finished, because I have been struggling with not caring about people I care about. That is hard, because when I care about someone, I care about them 1,000%. I want to pour as much as I can pour inside of them, into them, for them to be the best version of their self. But a person like me needs to focus on me sometimes, and it's hard. It's really hard, because I vowed that when I start living life without the drugs, or, you know, the chemical imbalance of having anything just take over me, then it could be still done. I don't have to be the only one to do things or get things done. And I put myself in positions where it's, oh yeah, you got me, I'm good. You don't have to worry about anything ever again. And then I'm putting all your problems on my lap and then be upset with myself that I'm depressed or upset because something rose or came up that I couldn't do anything about. So mental health is very, very important. I was late for this podcast because I was dealing with some mental health situations with some people that's very dear to me, and it just reminded me that I'm not here for me. I'm not here for me, and anyone that wants help can get it. One thing I do know for a fact is that, I just got off a Zoom call with one of my partners, well, two of my partners, one the board member of our nonprofit, and we are getting a lot of things done. But guess what? It's being done together. It's not all on one person. So even with my thinking of saying that I'm alone, am I truly alone? Hell no, I'm not. Because if it wasn't for the other people that do see the dreams and the inspiration that people have in their life to do more for themselves or whatever, they come together and they become one, So I gotta say I'm very grateful for that. Now I'm so thankful that those type of people still exist in my life, and it's sad to say that you really can't help everybody. I mean, it's really sad. Like, I have 3 tenants that I help get into properties, and I have to talk about this because if I don't, that's where the stinking thinking come in. And I gotta also talk about my flaws in the situation, because it's not always tenants doing what they do. They just being who they are. Yeah, I do the background check. I found out they can afford this property. I found out that they check the boxes everywhere. I put them in this nice big new property, everything nice. And then 3 months later, go in and it looks like a daggone abandonment. It reminds me of when I was on drugs and made my brand new house into abandonment. And these people are not even on drugs. So, the way people live clearly can tell you the way they think. Period. If you have people really close to you and you just don't know what it is wrong with that friendship, businessship, relationship, whatever it may be, but it's something there, go into their home. You'll see the answer there. A lot of times the way people live is the way they think. That's just what it is. I know that for a fact because I'm going to talk about me once again. My bedroom was the only room in the whole house, because I'm a clean freak, that had a lot of my paperwork just sitting there on the floor because I didn't have enough filing space or whatever. And I was really depressed. I'm talking about crying for days, not wanting to eat, leaving out the house. I didn't want to do anything. And then as soon as I cleaned that space up, that's when the energy inside of me started building up to the normal Soraya again, where so I was forcing myself out the door, doing stretches, doing my podcast 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, like, you have to do these things because a lot of times things not going to get done if you don't force yourself to at least start the issue. Start the project. You have to start it first. And where you started at first? In your mind. Start it in your mind, speak it out your mouth, and your body needs to follow through with getting those things done. And I mean, it's important, and I'm glad that I talk about these type of things. And sometimes people are like, well, so why are you talking about mental health all the time? This and that, whatever. You don't understand mental health is real. Mental health can get you killed or get someone else killed. Period. Because they're not in their right state of mind. Me personally, I can't afford not to be in my right state of mind. Especially not on drugs. I can't afford to be not in the right state of mind because I know I have a lot of work I need to still do with myself. And what I did wanted to do was surprise y'all today with my cousin Janice. I say Janice. Janice. I call her Piggy, and she did not return my call, but it seemed like she just returned my call just now, and I don't know if she did or not. But I'm gonna check my phone, and if I did, I'm gonna just bring it in for a second, and we're just going to talk a little bit, and we're going to end it there until the next time. Oh, this seemed like it was her. Let's see what she got for us. You know she keep us laughing, right? Cousin.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me hop in this call real quick. Hello?
Hey, cuz, what's up?
What, did you get my message?
No, I didn't, but you on the podcast right now. Since you did not come and I did not get your message, I answered the phone, called you, and you're here. So we actually doing a podcast and you're here on the podcast.
OMG. Well, I'm on my way, girl. Yeah, I had a meeting because I had to get my anniversary date.
Oh, when is your anniversary date?
Say it again?
When is your anniversary date?
It's the 23rd. It's on a Sunday.
And that's a year that you'll be clean.
2 years, girl.
2 years. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm like, I'm a big girl now.
That is awesome. The audience are clapping for you.
Oh, thank you, guys. Oh.
So are you going to make it for our podcast tomorrow? Because you know we have a lot to do. We got a lot of people to save, and we got to keep them like chuckling at us too.
We got to keep them, yes, indeed. And listen, did you like that? Or did you catch that? What's the name yesterday? Because you know, I introduced you to Nikki, right?
I don't know exactly who Nikki is. But do you know you are on the podcast right now? So if it's something you don't want the world to know, you might not want to say it.
we went live yesterday, right? And I told her, I said, I'm going to talk to my cousin and to see if she would want to do collabs. Because, oh my goodness, the topics got really, really interesting. We was talking about men, right? About how if I'm in the store, now how do you feel about this, cousin?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in the store with my man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's, he's sitting there and I'm swiping. I said, I don't like that. I'm going to give him my card and let him swipe because I just seen too much of the man, not swiping.
Right.
And I just have a thing with that in my head. So I'm like, if it's his turn to pay for the groceries, he'll swipe his card. If it's my turn to pay for the groceries, either you stay in the car or you go ahead and swipe, because I'm not going to be sitting there and swiping while you're sitting there in the market with me, because while you in here, if you ain't doing the swiping. What do you feel about that, cousin?
I mean, I get it a little bit, but what does he do when you start swiping? Do you sit in the car? Do you sit in the car? Do that still goes for you too? You sit in the car and you don't need to be up in this market with me while I'm swiping my card for the market. So sit your little butt in that car until I'm finished doing my marketing. Does it go for you too?
No, because
see.
I think for real, I'm just seeing too many women, which is myself, because that's why Tay ended up hating my guts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he never got back from that, even though his income had got to way past my level. That hatred from me begging him all those years is still there.
Yeah.
So he never got over the fact that I kept a titty in his mouth for years.
Yeah.
And he never got over that because I kind of took his manhood away without even knowing that was what I was doing, because I kept telling him he's amazing and everything.
Even when he wasn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Even when he the freak wasn't.
I know, girl. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now he hates me and he doesn't even realize why. But I'm into the patterns and I'm into, behaviors and kind of breaking it down and stuff. So I understand what I did. I really did baby him for all that time. And
then all of a sudden wanted him to be a man, and then he's looking at you crazy like, first of all, you made me into this person I am, and now you want me to just change.
Yes.
Like I'm comfortable with this person that I am with you. Like hell no, I'm not changing. Yeah, that's crazy because I was just talking about mental health, and it's funny that you said something about that because I was just talking about what part we play in stuff. We always want to point the finger at everybody else, but what about the part we play in it for it to get to that point?
Always.
We allow,
Always.
yeah, we the ones that really hold the ball in our own court, in our own world.
Come
So
on, man.
we can't be
Right?
always saying, why this happened to me? Can I get a break? This and that. When we letting that energy, that familiar energy that's not good for us, keep coming into our world.
Exactly. And it's to where I totally got it when he had that hatred for me, and I just said, well, I created this monster, so now if I'm going to continue to stay with the monster, then I gotta go ahead and
Yeah, deal with the monster. Yeah, you're gonna have to, or y'all both gonna have to make some changes. That's gonna be very uncomfortable, very, because y'all so comfortable with the norm. It's uncomfortable to try to do something new with the same person, especially with the same norm that you was already doing it with, and it was just comfortable for y'all. Easy.
Exactly.
It was easy. There's nothing easy about being uncomfortable, and there's definitely nothing easy about change. I was just talking about that. It's crazy how, people align each other with people that have great energy or the same energy or think the same. And y'all can just pick up and talk about the same exact thing,
Yes.
even when y'all wasn't even talking about it at first.
Exactly. I mean, it's just crazy how we can always tie things in together because we all on the same frequency. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the alignment is crazy. The alignment is crazy. That's why I need to see you by here tomorrow, no later than what, 1:45?
Oh, yeah.
11:45. No, 11:45.
Yeah, that's absolutely going to happen because I did send you, I messaged you. I should have texted you, but I messaged you.
Oh, so it might be on Messenger. I didn't look at my Messenger. I did look at my texts and I didn't see it. But I will see you here tomorrow at 11:45, and we have some things we really need to talk about, girl.
Oh, girl, I am so ready. Wait a minute. So what time? 11:45 or 1?
11:45.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there. That's even better.
Yeah, so you're going to be here 11:45. We got some people we need to save in this world just through our life experiences, our journey, and the things that we go through, because people don't think that our stuff stink because we make it look good on TV. We keep trying to tell people we go through stuff too. We just choose not to promote it like it's going to be there forever. We just choose not to do that. So if we can help you get to the point to, not to promote and put all your stinky laundry on everybody else's lap and not do nothing about it, your daggone self, then we're going to help you with that. But we're going to help you in a healthy way to let you know how we learn about our stinky laundry and how we started cleaning it and folding it one by one, the way it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Guess what? They say in the rooms, how do you eat an elephant or a BSM?
One bite at a time. Hey. Yes, ma'am. So we got to do this and we got to keep it moving, because I know my passion and my ending journey wants to just live with just lead with writing books and doing podcasts. Doing life journeys on people, because I saw some people on the streets all the time, and that journey, that story is amazing.
I know we should do that together.
Hey, all you gotta do is bring your butt over so we can do it.
I'm headed that way now. I'm like 5-10 minutes away, girl. I was at the meeting, right, and I said, God, meeting took long as I don't know what, even though it was good information. But I was like, oh man, I got podcasting to do right now, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna be good to go. What I'll do is I'm gonna shut this one down. I'm gonna let you talk to the audience and tell them your last thoughts, and we're gonna hit them hard. We're gonna hit them really hard tomorrow. And to be honest, I'm gonna talk to my producer in a minute. And if you're only 10 minutes away, we might just go ahead and do another show now for about 15 minutes, and then we still do the one tomorrow, and we just keep it moving.
Yeah, please, yes, because.
All right, so just come on through. Come on through. I'm waiting on you. 10 minutes is all you have, and we want to keep it moving.
Yes, I'm so excited. We're going to bust this down right now, and then as soon as I get there, we're going to re-up.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so this is Soraya Parker at Turning the Pages podcast, and I'm on the phone with my hot cousin Piggy. They call her Janice Date, and she's going to say, see you later.
See you later, guys.
Please don't forget to subscribe, press like, and share. And you never know what you might get.
Absolutely.